Guilded, a Discord competitor, is a perfect platform with absolutely no issues whatsoever. Well, actually, you can make broken messages, grab people's IP if they visit your profile, force people to own your Guilded server, and finally, you can shut down Guilded servers temporarily by running some code. But before we get into ruining the lives of every single Guilded user, all 5 of them, let's start with the simple stuff and work our way up. Now, to tear apart Guilded, we are going to be using a tool called Insomnia. Now, since we're all Discord users here and we're stupid, we need to understand kind of how the internet works. So whenever you send a message on Discord and we monitor the network activity, when you send a message, you actually send a message to Discord's API, telling it to send a message. And inside of this payload, it tells us to send the message Fortnite feet. We're already getting demonetized here. Now, if I right-click this post request, copy it as CURL, I can actually import it into Insomnia by opening up, importing from curl, and pasting it in. And if I click on send, you will see that I sent another message directly through Insomnia. And now that you know that, welcome to my Insomnia page of doom for Guilded. We have everything I'm gonna do to ruin Guilded, and I just want to make it clear, this is not mine. All of this was dropped off like an abandoned child at a fire station, but whoever sent this to me, I love you. And by the way, I'm showing you all this so that Guilded can finally fix it. If you use this maliciously, I'm gonna tell Santa Claus, so don't do it. That's a threat. Now remember when I sent that message on Discord, it has a specific format that it gets sent to the API. All this stuff needs to match, and if it doesn't, it'll error out. But with Guilded, you can do whatever the heck you want. For example, I am going to create a custom form that is broken, and as you can see, I have a field hee hee, ho ho, hi hi, ha ha. I'm going insane. But using this, I'm going to create a really messed up form, and when it submits, I get a custom form ID, which I'm gonna need to keep because I need to send this form somewhere. I want to send this broken form in this general channel in this I can't say that. So first, I'm going to add that custom form ID that I made. Then what I need to do is I need to send a message to Guilded's API with a channel ID. So I just right-click the channel, copy channel ID. Of course, you need developer settings enabled. And when I paste this in and I press send, oh, what is that? It looks like we got a bugged message. Oh wait, what's that? I click on send to this random Guilded endpoint, and if I go to my profile, I also have a message that is not working? But why stop it being annoying to people that visit your profile or people in your own Guilded server when I could annoy anybody with a Guilded server? Because what I could do is I could just copy someone's random Guilded server ID, go to Insomnia, and just, replace this value here, and I can send them an application, where if you look at the application, it's also broken. You rejected me? Oh, I'm gonna send it again. Now that stuff was nothing. Let's get a little more serious. I'm gonna make it where if someone clicks on my Guilded profile, their IP will be logged, and I could torture them with it. I have your IP. I know what general city you might be living in if you don't use a VPN. Ooh, scary. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Grabify, of course our favorite website, and I'm going to create an invisible image logger. I of course read their terms of service. This is in fact a fire hydrant, and kabooyah, baby. I now have a new Grabify URL. Imagine this. What if I could set my status to an IP grabbing link, and if someone clicked on my status, they'd be IP grabbed? Well, that doesn't work, you idiot. Guilded is smart enough to make sure this doesn't happen. But oh god, Insomnia came back. What if I use Guilded's API to change my status? So I'm gonna have a normal status. I have words of nothing suspicious going on here, and if we scroll down, I'm gonna put an image in my profile, and I'm gonna replace this link with the Grabify link. And if I click on send, and I open up Guilded on a different account, and I click on this profile, I should be IP logged. Well, I'm not. That's because Guilded was smart enough to make it where images could not IP grab you. Let's change it to video. And I click on it. It's loading something. No media here. But if you click on my profile, you get your IP logged not once, but twice. So you're double sure that you clicked on my profile. And if someone's doing this and you really want to annoy them, you can just keep opening their profile and closing it over and over and over again. Oh my gosh, I IP grabbed 10 people? No, it's just the same idiot clicking on your profile because he can't read. I can't read. I failed grade 5. Now, it already kind of sucks being a Guilded user because none of your friends use Guilded, but let's make their lives even worse. Now I think it's time for me to annoy the biggest Guilded degenerate of them all, me. So what I'm doing on my alt account is I am making a new Guilded server. And what I'm gonna do inside of this server, add games later, blah blah, just get me through this. Oh, there's ChatGPT 2, gotta hop on the bandwagon. But inside of this Discord server, I'm going to fill it with the most scariest thing on the planet, the most vile content on the internet, this swamp goblin, over and over again. Now I'm not gonna give you any ideas of what you should upload and what you should do because you shouldn't be doing this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give away this server like I'm Oprah Winfrey. Except you don't have a choice. Because here's the thing, if we look at Discord, the way kind of Discord servers work is that if you want to transfer the ownership of whatever cesspool you have, then you need to go to your members tab and the person needs to be inside of the server so that you can transfer ownership. And it would be stupid if you could transfer the ownership of a Discord server to anyone on the platform. Hey guys, welcome to Guilded. So with Guilded, I'm going to copy the server ID and we go into Insomnia and I'm going to paste in this server ID and what am I going to do? I'm going to transfer the server to No Text-to-Speech, who's in a completely different Discord server. You know what? Let me copy the user ID and let me kick him from this server too. He's not in any of my servers. But if I go back to the I Love You NTTS server, I'm going to move it over, paste in his ID. If I click on send, I get a big okay. Now the strange thing is that once I send that command, one of two things can happen. In some very rare cases, when you transfer the ownership, the account will automatically join the server and have to see everything inside of it, which is funny. But unfortunately in this case, we got thrown in server limbo because my No Text-to-Speech account should technically own the server, but I still need to make an application, let me submit it, and I accept it. And now I'm inside of the server. Now I technically should be owner, but if I go to my settings, I'm not. I can leave the server. But what makes this even more strange is that the owner, this account, I can go to settings and I can actually leave the server myself. So I'm not in the server anymore, and we can see that if I refresh this page, I'm the only actual member in the server, and I can just also leave the server. I don't know. Who owns the server? I don't... Guilded is perfectly balanced. And finally, I saved the best for last because the best gift I got from this anonymous Guilded user is this precious thing right here. GuildedCrasher.js. Now, I was explicitly told to not explain how this works because obviously I don't want you guys crashing Guilded and making Guilded awful for all the people that are still on it. You're just making their lives even worse. But I'll give you a little tip. Switching to your secondary is faster than reloading. It wasn't a related tip, but it was still a tip. You can't blame me. But if I press enter on this bad boy, it is going to run a little bit of code. And I'm going to browse around Guilded like a normal user, you know, going through the website, nothing too crazy. And eventually, if I give it enough time, things are gonna have some trouble loading. So browsing through Guilded, you can tell that nothing is working at all. And this is for everyone, by the way. The person that showed me this, they did this and I tried accessing Guilded. It doesn't work. All right, I'm gonna close the program because I don't want to be that much of a menace to people on Guilded. And by the way, I could just keep going on infinitely forever and forever. Eventually, once it stops, everything will start to boot back up. Come on, Guilded. It was just one computer doing one little simple thing that crashed the whole entire API. Come on, get your act together. There we go. Guilded is back. Whew. Guilded is a perfectly balanced platform that cannot be taken down by a single moron with his computer. Everyone on Guilded at 12:59 p.m. on December 13th PST time was unable to use Guilded because I was being an asshole, and I apologize. And that's also why I'm not telling you how to do this, because I don't want people ruining Guilded. Anywho, that's the end of Guilded for now. We'll see however many months or years it takes for me to make another Guilded video, but that was a treat. I love you, sweetheart.